Well, here they go again, those boys and their action figures. It's Who's Views and Merchandise Paradise. Honestly, how old are these people?
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Who's Views. This is Merchandise Paradise. And as you can see, I am joined by George, by Paul, by Bidwea, and Third Doctor Ian, because yes, it's time to go to the toy shelves once again, everybody. And you can watch 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 grown men playing with bits of plastic.
Well, to answer the intro's question, we're all old enough to know better.
We are old enough. Oh, listen, just a bit of fun for everybody here on the channel tonight. Nice to see you all. Thanks for joining us, because tonight we are going to be looking at, yes, earlier this month, April 2025, this was announced from Character Options, the latest in their action figure range. This one was exclusive to their website, the Third Doctor and Sonic Screwdriver Vortex edition. Ooh. As you know, we came and did a little show about it to go through it all, and we were very excited about it all. And here we are now. We've all got our copies. Here they are. And of course, mine will be in the box. So we thought it'd be fun to be able to say, is yours staying in the box as well, Bidwea?
Yeah, staying in the box.
Mine's just going to come out. I think this is an empty box. I'm not sure.
Well, we're going to be looking.
But surely that's like having a book and not reading it, or buying a movie and not watching it.
Yeah, I've got plenty of those as well.
I've got plenty of those.
And the toy.
So yes, we're going to be looking at this so that Bedweer and I get the benefit of knowing what this bit of plastic, this action figure looks like. Let's see who's in the chat with us, guys. First of all, oh look, everybody's coming in. It's nice to see you all. Thank you. Kirsty's in the chat. Thank you, Kirst. How are you? Nice to see you. Forbidden Man is in there as well. He says, got my hand in. Is that or my thumb in? Well, there you go. There you go. Thank you, Forbidden Man. Good to see you. George is saying legends. Thank you. I know. Hi all, says Bill Lowry. Good to see you. Julianne is with us as well. Hello, Julianne. Craig Dunlop is with us. Hello, all. The Legion of James is in there. Hello. Lex, what are you saying to us? I got some Doctor Who action figures still sealed, and now very rare Admiral Kirk big action figure from Star Trek: The Wrath of Khan. I think it's very rare, still sealed. Ooh, there you go.
How can he breathe?
PCA's with us. Hello, Paul Thomas Ashworth. And Legion of James is saying the figure is stunning. I've bought 2. I've opened 1. Dogs ate my opened screwdriver.
I hope you're not going to try and retrieve that in a couple of days.
Yeah.
Oh no, that's
enjoy
terrible.
picking that out. Yeah.
Oh, vile. That's just vile, Paul. Hello, John. Nice to see you. So here we go then. So guys, Ian and George, have you? George, you've opened yours. Ian, have you opened yours? Are you going to open it?
No, I will. Oh yeah. Oh God.
Are you going to open it? Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm one stage behind everybody anyway, so but I managed to get the top open.
Right. Well, let's start with Paul because his is still.
I managed to get the top open with the crappiest scissors in the house. I think I found. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
And, so I managed to get it out quite easily at the box.
Isn't this good television, everybody? Here we go. This is like Christmas, isn't it, Who Viewers?
It is. So you wanted to find out what maggot I may have in my. I've got the one that's kind of about to pounce on Katie. I think.
The attack maggots.
Yeah. So
let's so you've got. Let's have a look at that.
You've got the attack maggot.
Yeah.
Yes.
You've got that one. Okay. Okay, let's have a look. And Ian, you had one there as well. Let's have a look.
Same.
You've got the one. Ooh.
See, that's the best one. I'm envious.
Yeah.
Yes, I've got the I really can't be bothered maggot.
Yes.
I'm having a quiet cat. Yeah.
Yours are all rather flaccid, aren't they?
Yeah.
Well,
They're having a day off.
yes.
They're about
Well,
to be
it's not
given away
Saturday.
Yeah. They're about to be given away on Saturday Superstore or something like that.
So what's the third variant then? Because that's 2, isn't it? So what's the third one?
What was the third variant? Has anyone got a third variant in the chat? I don't know. What was this one? That's the one we've just seen, isn't it? That one.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. It didn't. I haven't got any pictures of that one. Did anyone in the chat get a different variant? Oh, hang on. Dalek Lives Matter is saying to us, my sets had 2 different maggots. Neither were the attack maggot though.
Okay.
Oh,
You've got a obviously one that was packed incorrectly.
Yeah.
No pun intended, but George is dreaming with envy there, I can tell.
I have seen a couple of fans who had the lesser known invisible maggot.
oh no,
Oh,
really?
Well,
I'd go live it.
well, obviously that's where Daleks Lives Matter got his second one from.
It is, isn't it? Next, thank you for your super chat. Saying Paul looks like a kid at Christmas Day. It's sad, isn't it?
Yeah, I know, yeah.
Ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. he's 64. You can actually tell in the plastic, can't you, what they could sort of look like? Really?
Yeah.
There's the plastic sort of shows you the angles of the thing. Can you see that, everyone?
Can you believe we're comparing maggots? That just
I know,
sounds
it's
so wrong,
terrible.
doesn't it?
And it's not even a euphemism. Yes.
Dalek Lives Matter is saying one of my maggots was flat, one was raised halfway. Legion of James also saying third variant. What? I got 2 attack maggots. My Pertwee completist is now twitching. Yes. Was there a third one? Did anyone out there get a third?
It's just
one?
a carry-on themed show, just checking.
And Julianne is saying, I don't know how the guys have waited so long to open these figures. Mine was unboxed between the front door and the kitchen table.
I'm with you, Julianne. I'm definitely with you
Very
on that
difficult.
one.
Forbidden Man is saying the maggots escaped your boxes. That sounds like a new Doctor Who story title.
From next season, yeah, probably.
Yeah, it is. It's coming your way soon.
Don't give them ideas.
Yeah, it's probably a song and dance one. The maggots escaped your boxes. The maggots escaped your boxes. Anyway, right. So now it's open. Where are you up to? Where are we up to with these? Because I want to hear what they're like. Because it's never coming out the box for me.
Well,
I'm still
firstly,
trying
I
to get
have
the
to
tape
say,
off the original box now, but
if we can
without
do-
damaging the package.
what a fantastic face sculpt for John Pertwee. That
It
is
is
just
lovely.
phenomenal.
Wow, that lighting as well
If I
looks
can hold
really
it steady.
good.
Superb. Yeah.
Yeah, that is
Yeah.
absolutely brilliant. I mean,
It is great.
we
There's a
compare.
lovely smile on it as well, which is nice.
Mm.
Oh
It
yeah,
is
it's
much
much better.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so different,
Much
isn't it?
better. Much better. Oh look, Paul Thomas Flashworth, thank you for your super chat. Maggots for PM position available. It's not actually because it's already in there. Oh, bit of politics. There we go. Thanks, PTA. Thank you. And Gambit, behave yourself, Gambit. It's not that sort of show. No, behave before the
Come back,
watershed.
carry on.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Very much. But listen, do you remember on the show where we were talking about this thing being celebrated? We did show these pictures. I'm going to show them again because I've got them here. Because as George pointed out, this is a great sculpt. So we have to actually just say to the Affable Design Company, what great work you've done on this. I think,
Yeah.
in my
Really
opinion.
I mean,
I love it when they release these things. These are great, aren't they?
I mean, as I said the last time we talked about, I mean, that really is Madame Tussauds standard, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
Looks really, and when it comes out into the actual model, like the action figure as well,
Yeah.
absolutely superb.
I mean, hopefully this will open the door to a season 7 John Pertwee figure.
Yes, please. That would be lovely, wouldn't it? That would be
Yeah.
very nice with the Liz figure we want.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
From Spearhead, but that coat that she wears, that one, yeah.
Oh, I quite like the big hat.
Oh,
The big
that
hat would be quite
Yeah,
classy,
the problem with
wouldn't
the big hat, though, is you wouldn't get it in the box.
You'd have to have a big
that'd be a
box.
separate character all of itself, wouldn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, you'd have to use the Ruins of Skaro box for it. That would get it in.
it? Paul, are we releasing flaps?
Well, I've released one of my flaps. Sorry
Oh,
about that. And the
allow me to
it's,
match.
it's about to pop out any minute if you're ready for it. So, that's what I was asking. It's a
Joining us,
carry-on
everybody
stream.
in the
It feels
chat.
so much like it. Anyway, so
Thank-
that's mine coming out. Yeah,
Hang
there
on.
we go.
Let me
Look at
do
that.
my flaps too. Hang on.
There's a lot of
I'm
people
just
joining us in
putting
the
these
chat,
bits
guys.
back.
We mustn't forget the people in the chat. Thank you very much for joining us for this show tonight. Great to see you. Paul Stenterford saying it was the detailed head sculpt which really encouraged me to buy this release. And
Yeah,
Lex
I
is
think
saying, like the smile of John Pertwee, smile action figure.
I think that's the difference. I think, unfortunately, because this is, as described on the back of the box, a Vortex edition with higher spec on the deco and all that sort of stuff. It's probably unlikely to get a wider pack release because it's, there's more tooling that's gone into it. But I mean, hopefully one day we'll get a season 7 kind of box with Liz and maybe a updated brig or something like that. But that would be
nice.
Quite expensive, I imagine.
Ian, do you want to borrow these?
Have you got sellotape wrapped around the blades?
Not
He's
yet.
got the safety scissors like I had. Yeah.
One of the things
His
about these things,
hairstyle.
if you don't collect these character options figures, is that they are always extremely, and I'm going to say the word well, but it's annoying when they're wrapped because they've got bits of plastic after bits of plastic. Is it plastic or is it string in this one?
It's string.
If you look,
String now.
they show
Yes.
around the back, the John Pertwee
Yes,
tied
very
securely to the
tightly
box.
knotted.
Yes,
Yes.
look at that. So they've stopped using the plastic now, which is something. I suppose that's because you're not supposed to use plastic anymore, are you?
Yeah.
Not
I
that
think it's
anybody
paper,
told
so
you.
you could recycle it, I guess. But
Yeah, I suppose. There you go. There
The
you
hair
go.
on the sculpt is very close to season 7 because
Yeah,
It is,
by
yeah.
It needs a
season
little
7,
trim. Yeah.
he didn't have the boof on, did he?
No.
Which he had in
No,
later
no,
years.
he didn't,
And
no.
I think that the Buffon debuted really in Day of the Daleks, didn't it?
My maggot has escaped. There we are. How's that?
Okay.
Right, I've never
It's
actually. I'm gonna say I've
Officer.
never actually seen one of them. What's the paintwork and everything like on them?
It's not too bad. You can see the obviously it's been touched by the green slime, the green death,
Mhm.
Yeah,
and you've got the obviously the mouth sculpt's quite nice.
mine's pretty good.
Mhm.
yeah. Let's have a look at the mouth, please.
Hold on, let me turn it round that
Yeah.
way round. If you right.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Actually look like Jaws, don't they? Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
yes.
vile, absolutely vile.
As I'm sure we all know, it's the same jaws that we use for the Drashigs.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah,
No real dogs were killed for the making of the program. Just the one were killed.
Maybe just the one.
yeah.
The one-
That's right, children. That's right, children. No real
Natural
dog.
causes.
No real dogs were actually hurt.
Because they were terrier jaws, weren't they? The Drashig ones.
Yes.
From Sculpt,
Yes.
Allegedly, yeah.
Right. Let's have a look at this. Gambit saying to us the price was a bit eek for about 0.002 seconds. Time it took to hit by now, but no regrets. A really great figure, and Sonic looks lovely. It's Pertwee, so could not buy. Exactly. What about John Pertwee with martial arts sounds figure with action moves? Says Lex Kane getting far too over the top there, Lex. Far too over the top.
Well,
And,
talking John Pertwee,
well-
that'd be superb. Yeah.
Well, can we have another variant where he sings the Venusian lullaby then?
Yeah, with Harry Beast.
With the B side of Who's the Doctor? That'd be great. Yeah.
And Paul
Well,
Stedford is telling us he's got his eyes closed because using scissors on those sets always makes me a little nervous. Oh, bless. Oh, blessed.
I have to
Weren't the
admit,
Drashigs... Sorry,
opened
weren't
my-
the Drashigs fox jaws?
I
Rather
thought
than
they were
terrier
terriers.
Yeah, so did I. But anyway.
There was some sort of small, annoying yapping type dog, which were not harmed at all. Yes, they were. Mark,
I hope
hello,
my two
Mark.
didn't
The
hear
toys
that.
bring us, Mark Milford. The toys bring us so much joy. That's no joke, but damn, these toys are keeping me broke. Exactly. Exactly. And
That's
the
why
real
I've only
word-
got one this time.
Yeah. Plus, they said to him, "You can only have two." They said to everybody, "You can only have two." Listen, the rumor is, of course, everybody, that the next one will be a Tom Baker one, as George was actually hoping for in our
I was
launch
gonna
show.
say,
So let's just hope it is.
That would certainly get my vote if it was Tom related.
You can't do Pertwee and not do the Baker.
Mhm.
No,
Can
no,
you?
you can't.
Well,
You just can't. The two giants.
I know both online exclusives and B&M. We've not had a Tom Baker set for a good while now, so we're more than due.
Mm. So where are you two up to with this then?
Surprise! He's
Ah,
out.
he's
out.
Yay!
It's a Pertwee, everybody! Yay!
Yay!
And
Right.
as Bedweir was saying, it's that not just the
Oh, look at that.
Lovely. Oh, you might have put the crystal in his hand as well. Superb.
Right, so let's get some reviews from you guys on this as well. I'm particularly interested in the color of this cloak on the inside of this cloak, this purple, because in the box it looks absolutely beautiful.
It is.
and
Is
as
it actually detachable?
I've not tried, but apparently so. This is where we hear a snapping sound now.
I'm not going to risk that. Yeah.
Try and do it in front of the camera if you can, guys, so we can see what you're doing.
Well, I'm trying to get the crystal.
Oh, there we
out.
go.
I
Look,
can't-
it's
it's
up.
okay.
There we
Yes.
go.
There we are.
Oh, hang on a sec. Let's just get rid of that,
Yes.
and we'll bring this one. Hang on, Ian. Let me just do this.
It's like something from Doctor Strange, isn't it, rather than Doctor Who?
Well,
It
yeah, I was
reminds
gonna
me of
say-
those things from Matt Smith's era, the Smilers.
And
I
it
was going to
looks,
say,
it
should
looks damn good without it, doesn't it?
Does actually, yeah.
Mm,
Yeah.
that's good to see. Yeah, good to see that.
It's a lovely finish on the jacket.
It is. It really
And
is.
Bedweir was saying the finish on the whole figure, not just the head sculpt, is absolutely top notch. I mean, just look at the detail on his cravat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah, you can see that there.
You
Is this
know,
the first
and
part we figured to have gloves on or not? I don't remember.
I think it's the first one I know of, certainly.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
I think
Right,
there
no.
was a Death to the Daleks one.
All right. Okay.
Yeah,
Did he
Although
wear
that's,
gloves in
that's
Death to the
purely from
Daleks?
memory. I don't know for sure.
I can't remember. I can't see them, but there was one with a glove on.
Okay.
Yeah, we've got this
I
from
can't
Lex
think
here saying to us, we'll do a double action figure together with Pertwee with the original master, with the master's voice. And good. He's also saying it's a fantastic cape for an action figure. And Paul
Yeah.
Stanford, the paintwork and detailing on the figure is just simply beautiful. The metallic paint simulating the satin on the inside of the cloak is amazing. And Just Jordan's with us. Hello, lovely. Your reactions are making me excited for Dad's. Listen, has he not got it then? Are you keeping it for his birthday or Christmas or something? Just Jordan, let us know. Let us know.
I mean, don't tell us because he'll know and it'll spoil us.
Oh, that's a point. That's a point.
Can you do it cool?
'Cause he doesn't.
Oops.
He watched the show, doesn't he? Hey, the cape is a lot softer than the original release. It's much easier to remove and replace, says Julianne. And Mark Greaves is also saying this has to be the best sculpted figure yet.
Certainly out of all the ones I know, I would say, yeah, this is certainly the best one.
That's good to know, that isn't it? So Paul's got the sonic screwdriver there, right? Okay, so
Yeah.
give us a review of that one.
That is lovely. I must admit, that's very nice.
Now it's got 2 batteries in it, I believe.
Am I allowed to make the sound, or is that copyright struck?
No, I think you can make the sound.
It's very shiny.
Oh, so it's the same as the others.
Yeah, it's good though.
There's,
It's
there's
nice.
3 different sounds on it.
Oh, lovely.
Right.
3
Now you
settings.
have to
Lovely.
find-
Yeah.
Yes.
Now you have to try and find out how to make the 3 sounds on it, everybody.
You click it down once, twice, or 3 times.
Do you get the impression George has been using this to open doors, everyone?
Yeah. He's put up many
Oh.
shelves since he got it, hasn't he? That's it.
Yeah,
What's
I'm not
that?
trying to get-
That second one sounds like the Dalek gun in Genesis.
That's the sound effect of Tom Baker's sonic screwdriver, isn't it?
A little bit,
I think
yeah.
it transferred over though, didn't it? Play it again. No, that's not.
I like it though. It's nice.
Mm.
Oh, we've got this. I won't read this out, but just Jordan's responding there as well. That's a lovely present.
Oh, you like that?
Yeah,
Lovely.
He'll
Yeah.
like that.
You enjoy that?
He'll like it. Your dad can always watch the show on his birthday, couldn't he? Just
Yeah.
Jordan.
And the third one is definitely the Pertwee sound effect, if I can get it. No.
You got it, George.
Which is the one and the sea
Oh,
devils
there
and
it
the
is.
Oh, the
minefield.
Sea Devil,
Oh, that
superb.
one.
Yeah,
The main
Yeah.
one, superb.
yeah, on the minefield.
Yeah, yeah, that one. Excuse me. You've gone quiet. Can you tell?
I found this
It's like-
remarkably easy, but I can't get his Sonic or the crystal out. This might take a while.
Is it stuck in there with sticky tape?
I think
Yeah,
it is.
there's
But
a little bit of tape over the
Yeah.
top.
I'm just trying to get it off.
Yeah.
Are you all fingers and thumbs, Paul?
Yes, it's the excitement. Yes,
The sonic screwdriver is very small, though, isn't it? on
that might
these
do
things?
if I use that. Yeah. So-
Yeah.
You see, the Doctor Who pedant in me said, well, he didn't have the sonic screwdriver in the Demon, so this figure can't possibly hold the sonic screwdriver because he didn't have it then. So I put it with his Carnival of Monsters one where he definitely did have it.
Filthy Mickey.
Well, like you said before, George, it's far too out of scale to hold it anyway. isn't it?
Yes.
Julianne is saying to us, the new Sonic has the door handle sound effect. Thanks, Julianne. And Legion of James is saying, if you have pups, don't terrorize them with your screwdriver, reenacting the minefield scheme, as they'll hunt it down and shoot to bits when you're at work. Do you know that from experience then, mate? Was that, is that why they ate yours? Is that what you were doing? Yes. I'm sure it was.
I have the crystal. There we are.
Hey.
Oh, Kuros. Yay.
Well done.
That's like trying to find the end of the sellotape when you're wrapping presents and it's gone. It's got stuck. Honestly.
Lex is saying to us, I had the original toy John Pertwee Sonic screwdriver in 2013, but I gave it to my nephew Luke. Can you please say hello to Luke, my nephew in Ireland? So Luke, Lex nephew over in Ireland, hello to you. Hope you're enjoying this mad show that we put together for you here. This is what your future looks like.
Yeah.
See, I've got
Just give
one of those
into
right
it.
now. And this,
What's that one?
yeah, I've been playing with the original Sonic release, and
Yeah.
it's been making weird noises as well.
Oh, how
Like-
weird.
Can you hear that?
Oh.
Yes, it did sort of a buzzing.
This is a bit like QVC, isn't it? To be honest.
Yeah.
Oh, your battery's running down, Bedweir.
No, it needs to change that. The electroplated Sonic screwdriver looks beautiful, says Paul Stanford.
I mean, this is quite an old one, so yeah, possible.
The 4 different sound effects all sound authentic. So there's 4 sound effects. So there you go. And we've got Gambit saying, from a viewer's point of perspective, this stream is surreal. All of you looking down and fiddling, except JT, ever the professional. Obviously, thank you, Gambit. Good fun, though.
Well-
Yes, bring the things into camera shot.
All I can say, Gambit, is always do what you're best at.
Yes. Yeah. You don't want to see I'm doing out of shot. You don't want to do that.
Mark Milford, as while we're doing this, is saying, what
He's
was
free.
or is your Doctor Who Holy Grail toy? Mark, I think I've said before on the show, mine is the Dennis Fisher action figure range from the 70s, of which I am missing a Cyberman and a Dalek. So that's my Holy Grails there.
JT, if you just want to go offline for a couple of minutes, I did happen to notice on a well-known internet-based auction website only yesterday there is an original Dennis Fisher Dalek.
Don't be telling them all on the show. Message me. We'll all go and buy it now. Look.
Well, no, hang on. In its original box, all in very good condition, yours for just £1,300.
It doesn't surprise me. The more we get away from the
Bargain.
60s and the 70s, the more these prices are going up. And it's actually the original stuff from the 60s and 70s that's actually worth more than anything
Well,
from 2005 onwards. The 2005
which is all very good, but the seller wants £13 postage and packing. What a rip-off.
£13. Wow.
What a shame. What about you guys then? What's your Holy Grail toy for Doctor Who?
I know mine.
Go on then.
I think mine would be the 25th anniversary Dapol TARDIS set.
Oh yeah, I've got that over there.
That lovely box. I've got elements of that separately,
Mm.
like the console and all that. But I'd love to have a full set with the box, all nice and shiny.
Mine, unfortunately, is battered because I had an accident and it was involved in it. It had been looked after for years and years and years, but it was battered in that accident. And it was bizarre actually because you got a 5-sided TARDIS console, you got a 7th Doctor figure, you got a Mel figure, you got the 7th Doctor's umbrella. You got a K9, you got the base, you got the police box, and then underneath the base in the polystyrene, because it was all polystyrene then, folks, was a Tetrap.
Yeah, and there was a Tetrap
Just thrown in
just in there.
by somebody in the factory. Oh, throw that in as well. Yeah, put it in.
Was
No.
the 5-sided console based on the prop from the Ultimate Adventure?
No, I remember
that was
talking.
five-sided.
Yeah.
That was 5-sided.
I remember talking to David Boyle about this, and unlike nowadays where they go and scan everything and take intricate photos, he was just sent photos by J&T. He could only see 5 sides, so 5 sides was what he made.
It's a shame, really, isn't it? I know there's it's not. Yeah, I mean, you got this bit at the end where you have big at the bottom with batteries going, big batteries going. So you've got these 2 big blocks on the base of it as well. It's such a shame. But there you go. They were special at the time, everybody. Anybody else with a Doctor Who Holy Grail toy?
For me,
Sorry.
go on, Paul. No, go on.
No, I was going to say, there's nothing I'm hunting for, but I'm looking forward to possibly character bring out something more from the 60s, like a Zarbi or an Optra set or something would be fantastic. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. For me, my most treasured one, again, being a child of the vintage I am, from the 1970s, is the Palatoy Talking Daleks.
Oh, yeah.
I absolutely adored those when I was a kid, and I amassed an army of them, which I've still got to this day.
Yeah.
All in full working order. And then I didn't realize until many years later what I actually got. One time I bought one, opened the box, and there was this variant I didn't know. Instead of, I got them in two colors, either red with a black finish or gray with a blue finish.
Yeah.
And I got one which was gray with a black finish.
Yeah. Quite rare.
And apparently there was a very, very small batch of a third variant made.
Yeah.
And without knowing it, and I didn't know until years later the story behind it, I got one of those as well.
Wow.
And apparently they are proverbial hen's teeth.
They're very rare. They are very royal.
I used to have the 70s ones, the 70s tricky action ones that came with the red and the yellow one. I got each of them.
Yeah, I've got those as well.
Oh, anything from you, Ian?
I don't think there's anything that I'm sort of like harking for. I'd like, I can't remember the company that does them, but they do wonderful reproductions. You can assemble yourself or you can buy them completed, and I am rubbish at making them, so it'd have to be a completed one. Hartnell console, nice sized Hartnell console. But like Paul, I think I would like to see character doing some of the 60s and unreleased 70s. I'd love to see some Ogrons. I'd love to see some Draconians. I'd love to see some Yeti, Jamie, Victoria, Liz. Like we said, I'd love to see those.
Yeah, I know this probably is widely known, but I remember stumbling online at one time some photographs of prototypes of character figures that never got released. And a Web of Fear Yeti was one of them. So it was prototyped at one time.
Yeah. I've still got the photograph somewhere. I've still got it.
I've seen it. I've held that prototype.
Yeah.
They look really good too.
Yeah, I'll have to show I'll take the picture at some point. We'll show it on the show if there's interest.
They would sell. They would sell better than any of the new series stuff.
Yeah. The problem is, it's not. It's a rights issue.
Yeah.
It's all down to
Yeti
the rights
is a problem.
That's not going to happen, unfortunately. But thanks for your question, there, Mark. Hope you enjoyed those answers.
I think it is pretty cool that we do have Vord and censor rights in the last few years. I think that's quite cool.
I can remember buying those in my local B&M and waiting at the checkout queue, just looking at the boxes, thinking, this is 2020, whatever the year was when they were released, and I'm buying the nichest of niche 1960s Doctor Who figures in B&M. This is just unbelievable.
About 30 years too late, you know what I mean? You won't have them in your kitchen.
It was like buying a toy version of the original Doctor Who annual.
There's an idea character. Mark Greaves, thank you for your super chat. Not sure if you have a filter on, but certain panel members look like kids again. I wonder why. That's strange. That Lex, you're very welcome for saying welcome to your nephew. Paul Stanford saying this sonic screwdriver is far better than the original third Doctor character options release. I'd say cosplay quality. I think that's probably one of the reasons they're doing these things again, because the cosplayers will go back to buy these things again as well, especially to highlight their costumes a bit more, won't they? Because this one here, it really does look very metallic. It's very good.
Yes.
It's lovely, absolutely lovely.
It is very, very shiny.
Yeah,
it is.
It is. So that's going to look good for them, isn't it? So instant sales there. Lex's toy is the Dalek head from 2005, changing your voice to speak Dalek. That was all the range at the time, wasn't it? You could get various shows with these.
And then we got a Cyberman one after that, didn't we? That was nice.
Yes, and you got a Jadoon one and a Dalek Sec one, according to my cupboard down here.
Dalek Sec was in the one with the tentacles. Yeah,
it looks pretty vile, actually.
I know. I think there was a black variant as well.
There's a cyber leader with a cyber controller with the brain in it.
But does anyone remember there was one particular Christmas, it must have been 2007, where one of the kids on Coronation Street is running down the street with a Dalek voice changer on. On Coronation Street on Christmas Day. It's just mad how Doctor Who was so,
big at the time.
So big.
Craig, I
Hard
think
to
we've
think
answered
now,
your
isn't it?
question here. Did they ever do a Yeti or Quark figures? No, they haven't. And talking about the old Dapo ones, Gambit is saying, I've still got my console from that set and it still runs. So does mine, but it's a bit creaky. And Paul Stentor again saying, the Dapo 5-sided control console along with the green K9 figure and Davros with the 2 arms showing. Yeah. And do you know how they got around that eventually? They cut the hand off. They cut the hand off the model.
Again, the photo of K9 David Boyle was sent had K9 just positioned on grass. So it was reflecting the light, the color of the grass. So trying to match it was based on that photo. And I think at one point they actually released that as a postcard, so you could see why it ended up slightly green. And
yeah, it was the Stones of Blood picture. I think he got sent, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
two-armed Davros was just a cock.
It's actually very small when you look at it as well. It's very small, isn't it? Let's have a look at this. Legion of James. My Holy Grail is my big Chief Studios John Pertwee. As far as what I'm hunting, it's for everything I don't have. And George is saying, do you think we'll get a Jinx Monsoon or Rogue action figures in the future? Go and stand in the corner immediately.
Yeah.
George.
Get out.
No, they won't sell.
There'll be a Vortex edition Jinx Monsoon. Guarantee it.
Limited
but
edition.
for every 2 Pertwees, there'll be 5 Jinx Monsoons sold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not going to happen, is it?
Bill Larry's remembering here that they were showing prototypes of the Yeti at the VorpCon in Manchester. That's going back a long time, isn't it?
Yeah, I'll do it. Just bring it out at times. So.
Yeah.
If they did a prototype,
Ian, careful what you do with that.
If they did a prototype, they must have known that there would be rights issues. So I would imagine if they put the effort into a prototype that got over some rights issues,
It was leaked. The prototype was to go to the family and all this sort of stuff. There's a big story about it, and the fact it was leaked online at the point the fans got hold of it, blah 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 blah, and that obviously upset the family because they hadn't been involved in the negotiation or the sign off of it or anything like that. I can understand. You've got to be sensitive with these things, you know. You've got to be very careful.
Yeah.
I think like they are careful now, to be quite honest, and nothing is ever. It's never really talked about, or they're not giving information as much, and then they just come out with something like, "Oh, here's this Vortex edition of Pertwee." They've got to be careful.
Yeah,
good.
But if you think of the Eagle Moss range, they did do a Yeti, so these things can be sorted out and arranged. It's just getting that process done before those images get released and everyone's chatting about it.
And I don't know how far back that was, but is there a possibility that all that animosity is watered under the bridge now? And as particularly if there's a few quid in it for somebody,
that's the problem, isn't it? Though, if they know there's a demand, what happens?
Yeah,
yeah. Steve Hindley is saying anything Dennis Fisher for him, same as me, mate. And Moon Pow Woo, nice to see you. I love the Doctor Who cards that came in the Weetabix packets with a Who background painting on the box to stick the figures to. We all did that was all fabulous, that wasn't it?
Well, you cut the back of the packet off and there were crease lines and it turned into like a theatre set.
That's right.
So you had like this 3D diorama that you could do your own exciting adventures with.
Yeah.
And hopefully you could use it for backdrops for your Blue Peter Theatre as well, if you're able to do that.
As ever, our Who viewers are making me laugh continually here. This one from Julianne is saying, at least Dapple only gave Davros 2 arms and not 2 legs. Mark Greaves is saying, if a Doctor toy appears on Coronation Street now, RTD will claim the viewing figures.
Overnights don't matter.
And Graham is saying, watching you 5 open boxes is infinitely more enjoyable than the forthcoming season, I reckon. Probably, absolutely, probably. Great to see you all. Thanks for joining us for this lot of silliness. I tell you, Steve Black is also saying to you, do you remember the Doctor Who lollies? Oh yes, the Dalek Death Rays.
Yes, indeed.
Yum yum yum.
Yeah,
yeah, absolutely do remember those. Right. So what else we got about this box then? What else we got about it? The sonic screwdriver. Is it light? Is it the same? Is it the same lightness as the other ones, the previous ones?
Yeah,
it's got a good weight to it. I have to say, it feels solid.
It's weighted at the bottom, yeah.
Is it? That's good then, isn't it? And that's not just the batteries then, because the batteries in the bottom section, aren't they?
Yeah, it could be, but there's more weight in the bottom than the top. So it's, I suppose, if you're going to go into John Pertwee action poses, it makes it easier to handle and strike a pose with.
Strike a pose.
Okay, George, you're on.
This is the thing now. You're going to have to now get some poses done, because that's what the kids do, don't they, with these things? They articulate it. They go, oh, look, like Stretch Armstrong. Yeah, I want to talk about that as well. Look at that cardboard backing there.
Yeah, that's superb.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Actually, that's
really
scale.
good.
Yeah,
that's really good.
That's the
Is that
scale,
consistent with the demons, though?
You didn't see the TARDIS and the demons?
Oh no, I'm
it'd be more
not-
Casterpilladon TARDIS, wouldn't it? To be honest, but then probably.
Yeah.
But
No, I think
but it
that's
is in
lovely.
keeping with the crystal.
that's
Yeah.
true. That's very true.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, considering that this
Yeah.
is a mishmash of leftover things that they have for the Doctor, I don't think the background matters, because it is a mishmash of the Pertwee era.
Mm-hmm.
It is definitively Pertwee, because only Pertwee had that set for one story.
So
Okay, now it's story accurate. There we go. It's got the crystal.
Apart from his costume.
I do like that. I think that looks really
Can
good.
you paint the cravat, Ian? Could you do that?
it's
Stop
the same
it.
as if
Colour it.
the next one is going to be a Tom Baker one, depending on what they use. If they do a backing of that of the season 14 wooden panel TARDIS, that would be terrific.
Ooh,
That's an idea, because that hasn't been looked at yet, has it, at all? You know,
Or
I
if
don't
they
know
do
you guys. I'm
season
thoroughly
18.
enjoying season 7. You open the box, and or when the information comes up for the actual episodes, and you've got that wonderful backdrop for
The
Ambassadors of
Ambassador of
Death.
Death. Yeah.
If they put one of them in there, that'd be fantastic. I'd love that. That'd be nice.
Mhm.
But it looks like the Doctor lives with the Adams family a bit, don't you think?
Michael is saying, Java Bean Studios from Australia, saying, mine arrived. Hurrah! I can't speak. The definitive John Pertwee figure.
Yes.
There we are.
It is
We've also got Finley saying to us here in the show, John Pertwee looked the best in season 8. He certainly looks the more of his Doctor, doesn't he? He's got the framework absolutely right there.
I mean,
And
as I
we've
said,
got Graham, hold on. We've got Graham saying, is the crystal of Kronos incredibly heavy like the original was in the Time Monster? I reckon we need someone to recreate Benton trying to lift it. Can we do that with some of these action figures? Have you got them ready?
Has anyone got a Benton figure?
Yes,
and
dead easy.
George is saying, where can you buy this new merchandise? Well, this new merchandise is actually exclusive to Character Options website, my friend. I think it's still available. I think they might still have things available. But you have to, if you just put in Character Options, go to their website, have a look at it there.
It's character-online.com.
Yeah, I was trying to look for the banner from the last show, but I have deleted it. But there you go. So that's where you can get it from, George. There you go.
Yeah.
Right.
Character-online. Feel free to sponsor the show.
Give us some more looks at this then, guys. Can you start moving the Pertwee model around so we can have a look at it? Articulate it.
Now,
And in the meantime,
he
if you
can
go
only
to
do
their
this
website,
in real life. So if he's lying down, his knee had to be up. So that's
regeneration pose.
Yes,
it.
I mean,
Yeah.
Is the articulation nice then? Is it good?
It's not too bad. The trouble, the cape gets in the way a little bit if you try and, but anyway. But it can take the
Pertwee
cape off, I
directing
suppose.
traffic.
Yeah.
They've got Super Doctor. Yay.
Oh no, that's the latest one. So we're not you're not getting any of those sort of creaks or anything like that when you're moving the points of articulation, because that always worried me about these plastic action figures back everybody, because I thought it was going to fall to bits.
Well, he is over 1,000 years old, isn't he, John Pertwee's Doctor?
Wow.
So he has to be, he's doing quite well. Yeah, he's not bad. Seems to be not too bad.
Thanks.
climbing a ladder.
Going upstairs, or
Addition
he's being. Do you remember in Planet of the Spiders where he confronted the Great One and she made him stamp around in circles?
Yeah,
that's true. Dark Hall is joining us. Hello, Dark Hall. How are you? And Java been saying to us, season 18 Tom with hat necks. Mark my words. He's very insistent.
The background in the box would have to be the cloister room.
well,
That would be lovely,
Cloister.
wouldn't it? That would be nice. Just Jordan is saying the cape gets in the way a little bit. I wonder if John Pertwee ever said that. Never. No, he never did. He wore it for 40 years.
Never took it off.
Well, long after his tenure in the program, he did seem to be spot welded to a cape, didn't he? Every time he was wearing a cape.
Did he
Even when he
borrow
did
a few
the-
from the BBC?
I reckon. I think he just gathered them.
Yes.
Well, I think the original one was his own, wasn't it?
Well, yeah,
think
the
so,
original.
Well,
one,
yeah.
That or his granddad's. It
Yeah.
might
I
have been his
think that
granddad's.
I think that was one of those embellished stories because Christine Rawlings, the costume designer for season 7, tells a different story.
The press release one was his. The one he wore for the press release was his. I think the rest were designed.
I smell a Peter Haining research going on there, I think. Yeah.
No, I mean, it was something that Mr. Pertwee was often quoted as saying, but the evidence points towards the fact it's another example of one of those instances where you never let the truth get in the way of a good story.
Yeah.
As he did. God bless him. Many of
He's
them.
got very, very shiny shoes.
It's funny you should say that, Ian. I noticed just before the level of detail that his trousers are matte, but his shoes are boots.
I quite like that though, because when you look at Pertwee, his shoes were always quite shiny.
He was
again,
well turned out,
level of
wasn't he? Let's be honest. So.
Yeah. I remember when he did that HMV tour for I think it was Death to the Daleks, wasn't it, on VHS?
Yeah.
And he always wore a cape there, Just Jordan. He would never go anywhere without a velvet jacket, a ruffled shirt, and a cape at that point. He even had his own version of the TARDIS key around his neck.
Yes.
He was just such a gent. He really was so funny. He was.
Yeah. And not that long before he left us, I forget which network it was, but he did a couple of TV commercials for a mobile phone company.
Vodafone, yeah.
It was a Vodafone, the one that had Kyle MacLachlan in it, was that?
Kyle MacLachlan,
yeah.
And yet again, there he was in the velvet jacket, the ruffle shirt, and the cape.
At least he came. It was the complete professional. He came along not needing makeup or his hair done or costume fitting. It was absolutely fine. He was just turn up, rock and roll, take the money, run. That's what he would do.
When I
have my own costume. I was on his CD.
When I went to the Doctor Who exhibition Monsters thing that was on in Liverpool about 3 years ago, on the way back, we searched out the garage that he went into in that advert.
All right.
That's sad.
Is it not a housing estate
What
now?
a nerd.
No, it's still a street with identifiable.
Was that shot in Liverpool?
Yeah.
All right, I didn't know that.
Yeah. I'll dig out the pics. You might be able to match it because I can't for the life of me remember where it is now. But
okay, I had no idea that was shot in Liverpool.
I remember the character had a Liverpoolian accent, but something about I can't see a karaoke machine can affect my granddad or something like that. I think. Yeah.
I remember that they did have. I remember that some of the local group turned up to support John.
All wearing velvet jackets, frilly shirts, and capes.
just in case he'd forgotten his own. Mark
John, do you want to borrow mine?
Am I remembering falsely, says Mark Greaves, but didn't Weetabix do cut-up TARDIS interiors on their boxes in the 70s? They did one. They did a TARDIS interior.
Can I just
beautiful
say,
it was too.
Yeah, can I just say on that one very clever thing I did back in the day, and I preempted character options on this by decades, was you had a cutout police box on the Weetabix boxes as well as a TARDIS interior diorama.
Yeah.
Well, get me on this. What I did was I got the interior diorama and I pasted it to the inside of the police box. So when you open the doors, you saw the interior of the TARDIS.
There you go, you see.
And it was more convincing than it is now, I bet. Yeah.
Yeah. It looked more like the TARDIS, the Weetabix one.
Yeah. I've still got it. It's up in the loft.
We've got Java Bean Studio saying to us, I want to see John in his purple convention jacket. Yeah, that, character, you could do that. You could do a sort of John Pertwee character appearances at a convention.
And that is very niche.
Yeah, that'd be very, very good, that one.
His hand would have to do that kind of, because he's waving like that, isn't he, in some pictures? Don't know how he quite gets his wrist like that.
Yeah. Steve Headley is saying to us that he would like the Tiny Tears Gatwa next. And
already.
Edward's here with us and worrying me slightly because he says he's putting this particular show on Doctor Who Facebook fan sites. Listen, there's better shows to put out, mate. I can tell you. we've had some quality. This is just nonsense. We've had some good stuff.
At least we've been
Wait.
positive.
Wait until the reviews.
For a change.
We've got this one as well from Craig. I remember Pertwee wearing Dracula's cape in the Hammer horror House That Dripped Blood.
Given to him by Jeffrey Beelden, which is wonderful.
Yes.
As well. Yeah.
Which he did between season 7 and 8.
There you go.
Wonderful. Wonderful.
Pertwee's doctor really was the Jason King of Time Lords, says Craig Dunlop. Well, yeah.
Without the
that's what I
moustache.
mean. Yeah. What else
And the
we
bare
got?
chest.
Where? John Steed's with us. Hello, John. I remember dressing up as John Pertwee's doctor on my 50th, standing in front of the TARDIS I built. It's quite a few years ago now. That's the closest that I thought I'd be as being the doctor. Yes, probably. It really is. And Edward is again.
Where's the pictures, John? Where's the pictures? Come on, show us.
Proof where it didn't happen. I had a nice
Everyone's an
find.
incarnation now.
I had a nice find in a charity shop today of the Corgi TARDIS and Tom Baker with K9, said Edward.
Nice.
Nice.
That is very good, actually, because that's from the 40th anniversary year, that one. Yeah, very good. Oh, and here's Legion of James. Yes, there's 3 versions of the maggot, a flat one, then slightly rising one, and the attack one. I've spotted it on Evil Bay.
Is the flat one the one that Benton stood on when he was rescuing Joe?
Yeah.
So you can hear the operator going, "Aya!" when he steps
like
on. Yeah.
It does look like it's got teeth on it still on that particular one anyway.
It has,
Yeah.
yes. Yes, it does have the jaws with the teeth.
Ugh, absolutely vile. But anyway, that's great there. Right, come on.
I
Let's
wonder
have
if you can fill it with a green liquid and give it a squeeze.
Again, that's another show, George.
What else can you tell us about these? Now these figures are out the boxes. What else can you tell us about them for those of us that aren't taking them out the boxes? Thank you, Edward.
I don't know. I mean, full respect to, your discipline in keeping them in the boxes, but I just can't do it. There's an extra level to it when you're actually holding them in your hands, and you can't really quite describe it, but holding it in your hands. I couldn't imagine personally keeping it in the box. I just couldn't do it. Couldn't do it.
And it smells great as well. It really does. It's
Oh,
lovely.
is it?
Sniff test.
Yeah. Sniff test's always good.
Lick test.
What is this? What does it smell
Ian.
like?
Plastic. What do you think?
No, but what
You've
sort of,
licked John Pertwee in front of the whole world.
Yeah. Well. Yeah.
is it
There are
rubbery
worse things you
plastic
could do,
or
I'm sure. Yeah.
is it rubbery plastic or is it PVC type plastic?
It's kind of PVC, I would say.
Yeah.
Yeah, certainly the cake
Yeah.
is PVC-y.
Yeah.
Just
See,
don't
don't
lick the maggot
Don't
or
make
we'll be
statements and
taken
not
off.
back it up. Oh god.
And my finger started glowing yet because I touched it. So I didn't...
Craig,
See, I have to say, like, even though I am keeping it in the box and just as a physical item is so nice.
Yeah.
The new white that they've obviously been running for last year or so with the diamond logo. It's just such a really nice item, even in the box. It's just a lovely little set. I've loved
I
it.
agree.
So
The only
good.
thing about the box for me, and I know this is, as far as I know, it's standard across all the boxes, is it should have been the Pertwee police box prop in the corner, not the modern series one.
Yeah.
That's part of their branding, though, isn't it? It's actually the Whittaker box.
Mm-hmm.
Because they've kept that Whittaker box, but there we
They
go.
have,
I suppose it's cheaper as well. If they start going into all that sort of stuff, they're going to have to change it for each one. It's going to cost a fortune.
We're just lucky we've got the diamond logo on it because it would have been
Well, I was going
a
to say
new
on the
current
plus
logo
side,
instead, wouldn't it? So
how wonderful to have the diamond logo back on merchandise.
Yeah.
That's just, for me, that's fantastic.
On the side, it's not in the diamond pattern, but it's, the Who kind of embossed is quite nice. And
It looks great. I'm really happy with these packages. As I say, when you see them in B&M, for example, you see them now. With that previous packaging, this dark blue stuff, the one that, let's have a look. Oh, we'll get that one up. This dark blue stuff here, it was rubbish. This.
yeah.
I mean, you don't see that on a shelf. Look how boring that is. Can you, the grey and everything like that? It's absolutely awful.
Blue and grey.
Just like the era.
Yeah.
I quite like if you look at the Cyberman set behind you, JT. That's that light blue with the orange logo. That's quite nice.
Yeah.
But you're
Well,
right.
these original ones were always quite easy to see because the orange really stood out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really
Whereas
stood out.
the dark blue, yeah, I agree. It's a bit plain and dull.
Yeah,
I did love the fact they made Hartnell and Troughton in black and white at one point. That was superb. That was very clever. Like that.
Oh, yeah, they did do that. They were
Yeah.
so expensive. They were absolutely ridiculous. John was joining us there saying he opened his. Thank you very much, John. I hope you're enjoying it. And we've got Dark Horse saying to us, I live near Blackpool. It's a real shame there is no Doctor Who stuff around anymore.
But Blackpool is forever linked with Doctor Who, like a lot of places aren't.
I was just thinking, you know, if the original Blackpool exhibition was there, could you imagine what the shop at the end of the exhibition would look like?
They
with
need
all
an
this stuff now?
extension, George, I'd imagine,
Yes.
for all the merchandise now. Yeah.
No, I can't imagine what it would look like. It would be empty all times. Goodness, because the fans would be in there every day. And can you imagine the way that things are released now? They go to the exhibition quite quickly. Yeah, queue of people there to get through the exhibition and into the shop. It would be empty because it was only little as well. It was so fabulous. It was so cute.
It was.
Dark Lord, thank you for that.
Yeah.
Is there still the two swords? Because they had a Whittaker display. Yeah, they used to have a Whittaker display there. In Blackpool, was it? I'm sure it was in Blackpool.
It was in Blackpool, but
nobody cared. Nobody noticed.
cared.
Yes.
Yeah. Moving on.
Yes, I think Tom's waxwork in the London Tussauds is more fondly remembered than that one.
Oh yeah, that was fabulous. That wasn't it? There's one that they could do. They could do a character option set of the Tom Waxwork Doctor and K9 and a plant.
They could do a 3-figure set. They could do the Tom as the Doctor waxwork, the Tom as Meglos waxwork, and then Tom on the press launch day in his pinstripe suit in between the two of them.
The three Doctors. That's what they could do. I just want to add, oh no, look at this from Just Jordan. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to keep this till Dad's birthday. I might just give it to him now. Well, I tell you what you do then.
He deserves it.
Yeah. I tell you what you do then, JJ. You say, this is your birthday present. Think on. Don't be looking for anything come your birthday. No.
It's right. The Tom figure will be out by then.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Yeah, start saving up, everybody. Another £50 you might need. And Bill Larry saying, nothing to do with this show. That's crazy, that is. But I've just noticed that the producer of the latest Snow White is Mark Platt. Does anyone know if it's Mark Platt of Who fame? No, it's not. No, it's
Surely not.
No, it's not. No, it's a different one. It's a different one, but there you go. Can you imagine that one? Steve Findlay is saying Blackpool and Doctor Who always worked together. It certainly did. And Dark Horse, and I would have gone to a Blackpool illumination switch on if Eccleston had done it. I didn't bother with David Tennant.
Well, let's not forget that Tom Liz and Ian Martyr switched on Blackpool lights as well back in the day.
To much the same response, wasn't it? There were thousands and thousands of people there for them as well.
Yes, absolutely brought Blackpool to a standstill that night.
They did, and there were some brilliant photographs around. It really is. Who did Tom's waxwork in the Five Doctors? That was Madame Tussauds, Steve. That was Madame Tussauds. They borrowed it. It was on loan. And if they'd known what Pat Troughton and John Pertwee were going to do with it, they wouldn't have loaned it.
And apparently Liz Sladen got very annoyed with them for larking around with it.
She did.
Yeah. And apparently John Pertwee loved it. So
he was just jealous because he didn't have his waxwork there. That's what that was. Pure jealousy.
But that's a figure set, the Five Doctors set, where you've got we've now got a Hurndl figure. We've got a Troughton in the fur coat. Do a waxy finish to the Fourth Doctor, and we'll be set.
Yeah. That'll be a challenge.
To Dark Call, I want to say stay with us on Who's Views, because he's saying to us here, I wish they'd filmed a TV episode in Blackpool. Well, they nearly did, and we're going to be covering that on the channel after we've got through the 8 weeks of what's coming up. So make sure you're subscribed. If you have subscribed to the channel, please make sure you're still subscribed to the channel, because we've got a lot coming up for you after Gatwood Series 2, if we survive it all. If we're not looking like this.
That's Space Babies again, isn't it?
I know, yeah. What happened to you? I was watching Doctor Who.
We might become an animation by then.
Oh god.
Oh god.
Yeah, and
Is
don't
that
forget we've got
episode 2?
headlines on Sunday. We're talking about some more of the animation headlines on Sunday because have you seen the latest trailer? Oh god. Oh, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. Just Jordan's being controversial. You mean Gatwa's last series? Ooh, just Jordan. Look at you, JJ. Yes. Dark Hole also is going to series 2. Ugh. And yes, Steve Henley, that's the one we're going to be talking about. The Nightmare Fair. Yeah, we're going to be talking about that at some point in the future this year. So yeah, right. Anything else you're going to want to say about this Vortex? Why is it called the Vortex edition?
That was going to be my question.
We should have popped in a postcard then.
Is that the orange bit? It's the orange bit, is it? That's the Vortex.
Yeah,
bit.
but they called the Gatwa and the Millie Gibson and the screwdriver thing Vortex editions, don't they?
Is that to signify the higher spec than standard?
Yeah, I think that is. I think that's the idea behind it.
Yeah.
Because for those that have been on the character website, the 15th Doctor and Ruby Sunday Vortex editions are still available at the very reasonable price of too much money.
Oh, I'm so surprised.
Are you on commission, Bedweir?
Absolutely not. But yeah, I think that's the kind of differentiation between this higher spec, higher quality finish compared to the standard releases that we get for, the B&M and the other Gatwa figures that have come out already. So
my interpretation was the Vortex range was like the premium range.
Yeah, this could be
to that one. I don't know.
I suppose for calling it Vortex is better than this isn't the BMM range.
Yeah, I suppose.
I suppose that's better.
It's all marketing.
And you can also get it on a little square, a little diamond shaped thing like that as well.
What? This isn't the B&M range yet.
I don't think it's going to be because a lot of people seem to buy this particular one. Look at that one from Mark Milford. How about toys from the comics? Atomic Knights or Cyberman Junkyard Demon variant. I'd love that. I am actually sort of expecting some sort of history of the Cyberman range now that the Dalek one is more or less done. I would love to see that. I'd love to go and collect all those again, nicely presented ones, maybe 2 or 3 in a box. That would be.
And you
nice.
might get a new variant, like possibly Wheel in Space or something. That'd be
Wheel in
nice.
Space,
Yeah. I think that'd be quite nice.
Like a Sixth Doctor and Frobisher. That'd be cool.
Well, that'd be nice. Yeah.
Frobisher. Bless him. Oh, and here's Legion of James. Yes, they're calling it Vortex because of the new higher spec details and also to add an extra few pounds on. Oh,
yeah.
Steve Black. No, we don't want the Flux range.
What the Flux?
I wouldn't even know what that is. Some guy with pimples, I think.
You don't want to.
It's like indigestion.
You don't want to.
No, that's reflux, isn't it?
Yeah.
Same feeling.
Yeah, that wasn't too bad.
So listen, as we near the end, from myself who's keeping this in the box, I think it's lovely. I love the bits on the back of the box as well. The Vortex edition, it does say that these are a new range of figures which feature a higher specification deco applied over base color plastics for extra detail. I quite like the little quote they've got there. I do like the box. I think the box and the packaging is lovely. The figures look wonderful. So that's a hit from me. What about you guys?
Well, just for the background for the Time Monster alone, it's brilliant. I have to say that bowl TARDIS is superb, but the Sonic screwdriver I think is really lovely, really nice.
Go on, Bedway.
No, I've just noticed actually that if you look at the plastic packaging around the maggots, there are three stages of maggot.
Yeah.
So
it looks like a foot, doesn't it? A bit, a footprint.
Yeah.
The Silurian foot.
It could be, yeah. That's the next set.
So you've got full attack where it's at sort of a 45-degree angle and then halfway in between. So yeah, it must be 3 variants plus if you didn't get one at all.
Flat, erect, and semi-erect.
We've got John here wanting to give us a Sonic, Ian. That's very good, isn't it?
That's a good noise.
He'll have broken it by 10 o'clock tonight, I bet.
Probably,
I still think it's amazing that they were allowed those noises.
Yeah.
because they are the proper noises, aren't they? It just I was quite blown away when the first got one and you got the noise and you went, oh my goodness, it actually is that noise from the sound effects album.
Well, I love the fact as with the TARDIS props as well. You can pick them up and put them down. They do the dematerialization noise or the materialization noise, which is superb. Pretty nice.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Peter Vankman fan sites here saying, is there a British equivalent of Ollie's over there? No, there isn't. What's Ollie's? What's Ollie's? No, there isn't, because we don't know what it is. What is it, Peter Venkman?
Actually, B&M's not that different from Ollie's. It's a discount homeware store in the States.
Okay.
Well, no, we don't.
They all closed during the last recession we went through.
Yeah, and then 2020 as well. Honestly, we lost so much retail. That's why it's struggling. They struggle to get merchandise out anywhere now because there's no real toy shops left. Toys R Us were the last one. The independents have all gone the way of the dodo. And then the ones that we've got left, which include supermarkets, don't necessarily want the things.
Apparently, B&M is the biggest toy retailer in the UK now.
Yeah, which you wouldn't think about it really. But when you go into B&M, when you're looking for your B&M exclusives, you suddenly realise just how many toys are out there. And it always amazes me. I just think, oh God, look, Lego's really ongoing. You've got all these other things that have crept up, and you just think, good grief, there's a lot of choice for children. No wonder they're all spoiled brats. Honestly. And then in the middle of it, you'll find Daleks and things like that, which is very sweet, actually, you think now. But...
with grown men having bare knuckle fights to get to them first.
You go, excuse me, have you got the new Doctor Who toys?
I need the one with the claw. I need the claw one. I've got the sucker one. I need the claw one.
Yeah, that's us. I think it was
security.
That's not the right one. Have you got one which hasn't got a ripped part in the box? Thank you. It's all good fun here in the UK. Anyway, anyone else want to say anything about the action figures itself or any other?
This set's a definite thumbs up for me. As I've said previously, this variant of John Pertwee's costume to me is his definitive costume. It's the one that really comes into my mind, the one that just screams I am the Doctor to me, and his version of the Doctor. So delighted to see this one. As I said before, the face, the new head sculpt, all the detail in it, fantastic. Out of all the character option figures that I know, and I don't know the entire range by any means, this is, I think, the best in terms of quality and detail that I know of. And it was the figure that sold it to me in about 2 nanoseconds when I was aware that it had become available. I was less interested in the sonic screwdriver, but like Paul, when I saw it, it is such a nice prop. It's got such a lovely finish on it, so I'm glad that was included as well. It's not something I would have gone for had it been just a standalone thing.
Well, let's see when they announce the next one if Bedweer and George are going to go for that as well. Let's see what happens. Let's see how excited we all get. Enjoy them, boys and girls. So Forbidden Man, thank you very much. And Paul Stenford is saying to us, I would definitely recommend this release to anyone collecting the Doctor Who figure range. In my opinion, the most finely detailed and beautifully painted figure ever released by Character Options. Well, that's nice. That's great, isn't it?
The face details are amazing.
Happy with this one. You know. Like the previous Pertwee release, figures have been really nice as well. And this one's just taking it up a whole another level. It's insane.
Yeah. Edward's saying he has all 12 incarnations, but he's looking for the War Doctor. Well, yeah, you might still be able to find it, Edward, because B&M did a version with a Dalek from the Bog Fanish range. Can you give me an email? Please, and we'll keep an eye out for you as well. You can email me at whosviews1@gmail.com. whosviews1@gmail.com. We'll put the word out and see if there's any out there. So yeah, whosviews1@gmail.com, and just email me just saying you're looking for the War Doctor, just to remind me, Edward, and then we'll ask about for you and we'll see if anybody's got anything. At least we've got your email that way. Is that okay? Thank you. Right, who wants to say something else there? Sorry.
Yeah, I was going to say, comparing these, Bedweer, I think the Carnival Monsters one's quite good, but if you really closely at the face, the new one's got much more Pertwee, I think. They've captured them better in the new one than they have in the Carnival one, I think. Don't you agree?
I completely agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But at the time, I look
Oh,
at
yeah,
the
yeah,
kind
yeah.
of the monster ones. You think that's a great likeness to Pertwee, and
Yeah.
now
But
you look at that one, it's like, oh, it's even better. You know, it's almost
And that's one of my
you know,
favourite costumes. I love him in Carnival Monsters.
Yeah.
That's
Candy's
superb.
Fate,
Like, that's so
yeah.
nice.
Yeah, I agree with you, Bedouin. I mean, I think prior to this figure, the range was good, but they have taken it up a notch or two with this one. And if the next cab off the rank is going to be a Tom Baker one, and it's going to be of this quality, yes, please.
I hope so. Fingers crossed. We'll let you know soon. As soon as we hear, of course, we'll come and do a reaction show to it. So stay with us here on the channel. I'm just wondering now about what are they? There are 5 due this year. This was the first one, so that's one of 5 due this year from character in these new ranges. So I'm just thinking, where the hell am I going to put them?
Can we have a prediction of what might be in the set? So if it's the same as that, there'll be a Tom Sonic, won't there? Probably again.
I would say it'd be the same one, a variant
Yeah.
of the 4th Doctor with a Tom Baker Sonic screwdriver and bits left over in the warehouse in that one as well.
So I was wondering what the bits left over might be, though.
Yeah, I was going to ask: are all 5 releases going to be a figure with a sonic screwdriver? Is that the theme?
They didn't say. They just said there's going to be 5 exclusive online releases this year. But I reckon that's the template for at least the Baker one.
Yeah.
But
it might be a Davidson as well.
Well, it could be a Davison in a hat. That'd be quite nice.
Yeah, because then that would follow. You can have a Sonic in that as well.
Yeah, I still think they've got. It was rumored that there would be 2 TARDIS sets, police box sets. McGann and McCoy were rumored.
Oh,
the 8th Doctor and the 7th Doctor. So you never know; they might be part of it.
Okay,
Davison could be. Sorry, Davison could be a melted Sonic, and it would be a visitation variant.
Yeah,
could be
burnt.
Yeah, because I would have thought a big seller would have been a season 18 Tom and TARDIS.
Yeah,
have they done that
with Brighton Beach as the backdrop? That'd be nice.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see. Well, it's fun speculating, but we'll have to wait and see because it still shows you 26 years. There's still so much they could bring out if they wanted to, or they could do, or the rights there, or the whatever. There's loads they can do. We still haven't had a season 18 Lalla Ward on Brighton Beach, have we? And I'd like a pterodactyl, thank you.
Oh, that'd be lovely. Yeah, I mean, I think they're going to have to do that, aren't they? Because they have to recoup their money some way, don't they? Because
two pterodactyls and the android.
That'd be lovely because that android was beautiful. And I'm a big fan of the Visitation, as you all know. I'd love that. We've got great to have the 5 Doctors tonight, says Lex. Thank you for that, Lex. Thanks for your super chat. McGann would be exciting, says Just Jordan. The Master and Disintegrator, says Steve Black. And Mark Milford would like to see something to do with the key to time. That'd be nice for Mary because we've only had one Mary Tam, haven't we?
Well, can we have a crawl like you had for the Drashig, and you can work it with your hand? That'd be quite good.
I don't know how feasible it'd be, but Pirate Captain would be wonderful.
Oh, wouldn't it? Yeah, it'd be nice.
It would be, wouldn't it? Mrs. Lisa Pertwee's joined us as well. Polyprace Abertron. Yeah, that could be that big.
But then we take out the box, the 3 of us, and we can play with it with K9. That'd be great fun.
I get K9 chasing him. My money says that all of the figure sets in the Vortex range going forward will all be from the classic series because let's face it, that's what sells, says Paul Stensford.
No, they'll do it. They'll do a 10th Doctor, maybe an 11th.
Do you think so?
I think so because then again they can follow the format of Sonic plus action figure and some, adipose or whatever cast-offs they've got from previous sets. I mean, it'd be nice if they did like a 6th Doctor with a Sonic Lance.
Yeah, that'd be nice. Yeah,
they had the Sonic Lance originally.
That'd be something. You
mean a larger one?
Yeah. So they had one with in like the Attack of the Cybermen set or whatever it was.
Yeah.
But like a larger version, like a proper handheld toy version of it. But I don't know.
Well, of course, back in the days in 85, you could actually do that yourself, and I did that because it used to be one of those gaslight things, for the gas ovens.
Yeah.
And I just painted it purple. It was brilliant.
What did your mum say?
It wasn't my mother's, but that's another story.
And was it before or after the fire brigade left?
Adrian is saying to us, I'd like to see some companion figures. I think the companions of Doctor Who range would do really well because we've had a couple of them already, and they must have done well because they repeated them, didn't they? But it would be quite nice to get more of those, I think, because there's so many of them, don't we? I mean, loads of people want a 5th Doctor companion set, don't they?
Well, it's great we got Ian Chesterton. That was superb.
Ian Chesterton, yeah. We need the Miss Wright next as well, don't we?
Yeah.
That'd be quite fun. But as I say, 26 years of that series, and there's still so much they could do, and it would sell.
I really would. But this, I mean, if this is a benchmark, it's absolutely beautiful. I mean, you look at the detailing, even on the back of his cuffs, there's just a bit of shadowing and everything. It just makes it all stand out more. It's an absolute triumph, I think.
Lovely.
It really is a triumph, I think.
Well, there you go, character. If you manage to sit through this, then it's big thumbs up, character options. Well done.
Yes, indeed, yeah.
Well done.
Double
and we
thumbs
are
up,
looking forward to the next one. Don't let us down and announce it's anything to do from the reboot.
No.
We don't want any more of those shoe-style sonic screwdrivers. No. Bring us what we want, thank you. We'll buy it.
The consensus opinion definitely seems to be something Tom Baker related.
I think it's a sure bet, really.
A Meglos Tom would be fantastic.
Yeah.
That'd be spiky.
There might be a spare head in the box. You never know. So.
Yeah, it'd probably come with a warning now, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Please, this is based on a cactus, therefore it might be spiky. Please be careful. Listen, that was fun actually. I hope you enjoyed that one, everybody, because that was a fun show we thought we'd do. Because the oncoming storm is just round the corner.
Oh well.
And we're going to have fun with it anyway. I was saying to the guys last night after our show where we were reviewing Rose last night, I was saying to them there, I'm really looking forward to our new series of Who's Views reviews, which deals, of course, with the next RTD Disney Who series. But I have to get through the actual episode on the BBC first. Ooh. It's going to be difficult, isn't it? But yeah. But listen, thanks for joining us tonight. I hope you've had a bit of fun with us tonight as we've all opened bits of plastic and talked about it all. Only on Who's Views you're going to get this nonsense, I tell you. Don't get it anywhere else. But thank you for subscribing. If you have subscribed to the channel, please make sure you are still subscribed. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. We've got some better shows than this out there, honestly. We are actually really good.
This is peak Who's Views.
This is doesn't come better than this.
And stay with us. Our next scheduled show will be on Sunday, so it's up there for you now. So come back and join us on Sunday. You've got lots to talk about, obviously, on Sunday. So we'll see you then. To George, to Paul, to Bedweer, and the Third Doctor Ian. You made me laugh tonight. Thank you very much. I'm off to go and watch Bergerac. Thank you very much. That's why we're winding up. It's on +1 in a minute. I'll be seeing you very soon, everybody, and so will the panel. What's he?
Bye, everyone. John Pertwee's waving goodbye. Sorry, yeah.
John Pertwee's waving goodbye to you, everybody.
What's that? You want to go? Okay, fine. Right, yeah.
See you again. Ciao, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone.